I think I left my book in the studio.
Yeah.
remember being on
Oh.
No, man, I'm good.
For a moment there, Beverly, I thought you lost your mind. You were talking to yourself.
That could be.
I mean, granted, I do it all the time, so no. All right. Hustle.
You run a tight ship.
I try to. I try. I do
Thank
the
you.
best I can with
Thank you very much. Great shit. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Junior does Truth Talk Live.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh. Bumper music for Colette. You good? You good? I think that's right.
How much time do we have?
You have 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys get hijacked?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's all right.
I thought I told you, Colette. You gotta hold on to your desk very tightly when Rhett gets off the air. Never seen it as a cop. There's the studio.
What do you do? What's your job?
I am the on-air producer and cat wrangler.
So you kind of guide things.
I run the. When you get a second, come over here and I'll show you what I do. I mean, don't expect like a wonderful show or anything. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but I'll show you what little I do. This is my Bordeaux fun.
So you know everything where it's supposed to be, all the adjustments.
These are all the spots. These are the microphones. That's the this controls the audio of the commercials. CD players, everything else. Basically, want to make sure everybody stays on schedule, stays on time, goes to break on time. Everybody's levels, everything sounds good. She moved the mic, so the mic went like this.
Oh no!
I'm like, oh crap! Tighten it. We are up at 30. I can't do a mic check while I'm playing spots. But don't worry, I'm really good at figuring this out pretty quickly.
Listen to the Love Doctors a lot. Listen to them for years.
Really?
And Limbaugh, I like Limbaugh.
Okay.
I like
You ever listen to the show called Josh Cohen Home Team back in the day?
Yep.
Remember Denny James?
Yeah.
Remember the producer after Denny James?
Sure.
See, nobody remembers that guy.
Yeah, I know Lexus. Actually, no Lexus.
I do too.
Yeah. Not intimate.
I was the producer after Denny James.
Okay.
I was Buddy Lee. They had like 9 freaking names for me. To the point where people would ask me, oh, they give me so many nicknames. I introduced myself as like Buddy Lee other than that.
Okay.
Oh, do you know Tukey? Oh, do you know? They started listing off my nicknames. I'm like, that's all me. What?
I changed Lexus' tire once in the rainstorm in Fort Pierce. You know. And I knew who she was. I could tell by the voice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're Lexus. I said, look, you're even prettier inside. And she thought that was funny. But I wasn't a freak, and she appreciated that. You know. I went to a couple of the events. You know, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were great events. I got in after all the Love Dogs. When the Love Dogs.
You know who I miss?
Hmm.
Archie. Was he real or did somebody do him?
I never met Archie, unfortunately.
He-
I want to say it was a guy putting on a bit. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he could insult every race, creed, and color in one sentence.
But yeah, they were great guys to work with. They were my first real on-air experience was with them. I mean, before that, I was just like a board op, running like satellite fed shows.
Kind of in the '80s, I'm 46, so I was in high school. In '88, I graduated, but hair bands, heavy metal, Christian heavy metal. I was running with this guy called Jerry Bryant. He had Jesus Solid Rock. He was so popular, he took over the college. He was the preferred radio station for the college, the party town, on Saturday evenings. Saturday from the longest slot they've ever had, which is like from probably noon to half the night. And it was Christian heavy metal music. It was really cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that to be the number one genre there.
Yeah.
It's kind of a niche genre, but
It
hey,
works.
if it works.
It works. But and then the next, on Fridays it was heavy metal, and it was a heavy metal station. But they gave him they gave him a 30-minute slot to do this thing called Jesus Solid Rock. He brought this band to town. I volunteered as a stagehand, so I got to see all the concerts for free. So he called me up and said, "You got to volunteer." I'm like, "Volunteer?" I said, "I don't know. In high school, I like to do stuff." He's like, "You got to volunteer." He said, "Come up to the radio station at noon tomorrow, and you'll meet the guys you're going to first group you're going to volunteer with." And I show up and I meet these guys called Striper.
I've heard of Striper.
Okay. And oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe these guys. They brought a guy with them, right? The guitarist for AC/DC. That's who they were opening up for at the time. Isn't that weird?
Oh, just some little band called ACD.
Yeah. So we got the Coliseum. We're setting up, and he comes up to me and says, "Don't be alarmed. We're going to practice. We're going to play some music real loud. We need you to sit in the stand, and then after we do what we do, we're going to shut everything off, and we're going to go on the microphone and ask you what you think." So here's a remote mic. I'm sitting up in the stands, and all of a sudden, I hear the music like they're playing. They play the music, and I mean loud. These guys are rambunctious. And next thing you know, this yellow and black helicopter circles around and lands right there on the stage. And they get out, and they're jumping up and down like this. The guy's guitar in his hand. They run up on the stage, and they're, faking it because they're not hooked up yet.
Yeah.
And then they shut it off and they said, "What do you think, Dave?" And I'm like,
"That was the coolest thing I've ever seen."
I said, "Holy shit." And they're like, "Okay. You want some pizza?" So they got what they wanted. They had to have a special $100,000 for a permit to fly in
And land on the stage.
And land on the stage. The stage had to be so many feet out. All this clearance.
We have so much clearance room.
You can't do that anymore. But when they did it live, see, I got backstage passes, taking 6 of each. I get to share with my friends. And we showed up, and we're at the stage. We're like right there, right? And they come and they did their thing, and they come around and land. And they was actually, when they get out and the crowd's freaking out. They're like, "Oh my God, this is incredible." Next thing you know, a week later, it's on the MTV video, Well, that moment, all you can see is barely the top of our heads, but because they had to show the whole crowd, but it was really cool.
They used to watch you go, "That's me! That's me! That's my ball cap!"
Yeah. So Beavis and Butthead announced that they was a top #1 for so many weeks. Yeah, right. Well, they played that at the next concert that I got to go to on this big screen. And, it's like, gosh,
That's awesome.
yeah. It's like, yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, we're Striper. Yeah. It was kind of funny. But my parents predicted that I was either going to be a salesman or a radio DJ. So I like to talk.
My mother told me I'd be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't turn out.
And it's gonna finish corporate. CBs, maybe CBs.
Yeah. I had enough people tell me, "Oh, you got a great voice for radio." Okay. And here I am.
You know what I miss? I missed the morning zoo or whatever it was, where they'd have Savannah on there.
Oh, what was it Monsters of the
Yeah,
Morning or
yeah.
something?
And it'd say, and now another episode of In Savannah's Mind. And next thing you know, she would say something. This is Savannah, and then she'd get quiet, and then you'd hear the crickets in the background. You know, it's like
I met that woman once, and I regret that moment.
she's really like that. Dude, Lexus is not really like that. She's
Lexus played it up, which, after knowing Lexus, I kind of thought Savannah did the same thing. So I met her, and I'm like,
Lexus,
oh my God.
Lexus is a very respectful lady, and was very good at her art.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of felt bad for her when she worked with Josh. I mean, she took a lot of shit from Josh.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that was Josh for you, though.
Is that the same Josh Cohen that's a lawyer now?
No.
I was gonna say.
Josh Cohen is actually working on ESPN station right now
Yeah.
down in West Palm, which is great because he was good at sports. He was a great sports broadcaster.
I don't like the Greek. Do you know the Greek? I don't care for him.
Greek is a nice enough guy, but
I'm just tired of he's too much of a prima donna for the radio, I think. His persona overtakes too much of.
I'm not a big person on ego. And,
No, I'm not either.
I mean, I met him before. He's a nice guy, and when I worked with him, he would help you out if you needed something.
Yeah.
But you listen to him on the air, and it's all about him. It's all
It's not a show, it's him.
yeah, it's all about the greed.
And
Hey, pay attention to me. Hey, look at me. And I'm like, you a fucking 3-year-old? A 3-year-old seeks less attention than you do, buddy.
yeah.
But nice guy, Johnny, I love Johnny to death. The days I miss were the nights on the radio days.
Those were kind of fun.
Oh, those are awesome.
I really like the call-in stuff. You remember the Love Doctors when the Love Doctors got an opportunity to have one of the Governor Rick Scott's assistant
I vaguely
on the
remember
radio,
this.
and they had a contest, and it was just the callers. They picked random callers to ask one question. That's bad to do, but I was the number one question, which I asked. I said, "Has he blinked yet?" Everybody's asking serious questions, and I threw that in there. I mean, you got to. I'm the guy that went and took Dr. Rich, over the bridge here. I took Dr. Rich some food, a sandwich, some fresh coffee during the hurricanes. He was there during the hurricane. He wrote it out. So I was on duty. I was in the MP reserves, and I was patrolling. So I took him some food too since he was there.
So after we got into the hurricanes, because I was doing hurricane coverage, and we were out of Port St. Lucie at the time. I remember, I get the call, hey, can you come into work? We're doing hurricane coverage, with 24 hours live radio. Everybody's taking a shift. It's okay. They got the roads closed. Oh, just drive up here. Tell me with the radio station. They have the security checkpoints. Driving all the way down. I get to the first one. Hey, I work for, Real Radio. We're going in. We're doing live hurricane coverage, letting people know, what's going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. Next checkpoint, same thing. Tell them the same story. Okay, go ahead. 3 checkpoints later, everyone's, go ahead. Get to the last one. It's 1 block away from the studio. Sorry, I can't let you pass. You have to turn around and go back.
I wouldn't.
I'm like, nope. Well, the problem was, you know, I'm not a big guy, and it's very hard for me to say, no, I'm running this. When the guy's holding like this big old freaking M16, I'm like,
Doesn't matter. How you doing, sir? Doesn't matter. You gotta let him know. I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
In that parking lot. So.
well, I couldn't even point it. And he's like, well, I was like, well, here, let me call my boss. No, you gotta call my boss's cell phone. Doesn't answer the phone. I can't call, you know, I'm trying to call the office. I call like 3 numbers. And the guys, you know, look at me like, at this point in time, you know, the guys started to look at me like I'm trying to pull one over on them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, crap. So I get turned around and go back like 2 more checkpoints. My boss finally calls me back. I'm like, they turned me around and they won't let me through. Well, you know, well, where are you at? I'm like, I'm just now leaving Fort St. Lucie again. I got right to the, you know, right before the street to the road. He's like, I'll turn back around and go back. These guys will fucking shoot me. Go back. So the guy's like, okay, I need to go through. You know, my boss is on the phone, you know, hand the guy the phone. The boss tells him who he is. Finally, I get through. Go down there.
Yeah, sure.
Do my hurricane coverage. I'm like, okay, everything's good. Well, I get the overnight shift.
Right.
Which is fine because I'm thinking, okay, you know, I'm on, or no, I got the shift before overnight. So I'm going home.
Even a shift.
Yeah, you know, evening shift. So I'm going home like when is, you know, once everyone's supposed to be in the house, I'm trying to drive home. So I'm like, yeah, down the road. I pass the checkpoint, you know. They led me through. I'm like, hey, I work at the radio station. A lot of those people have heard it. I get all the way down to where Indian River County and St. Lucie meets. And I get to a checkpoint there. And I'm watching like, there's like 4 cars in front of me. And they're all getting, you know, pointed over to the side of the road. I pull up there and I'm like, hey, I've been doing the overnight shift at a radio station doing hurricane coverage, letting people know where to get blue tarps and water and MREs. Yeah, MREs. I did it right. Normally I say MRIs.
Yeah.
MREs and all this. You guys like, oh, you have to pull over to the side. You have to sit here until, you know, 6 a.m. Like it's like 11. Like I'm not sitting on the side of the road for 7 hours. I'm like, I live in Vero. You know, I'm almost there. Coming back in 30. I'm like, okay, you know, I'm 5 minutes away from here. You know, I can't let you through. This lady cop walks up. She's like, well, what's going on? I'm like, well, I work at a radio station. I'm trying to get home to doing a shift. She's like, oh, well, what radio station? I'm like, Real Radio. Oh, you work on there? She was what lets me through. Now, yet again, the scariest part of that is, as I'm sitting there, there's the National Guard guy that wasn't letting me through. And I'm like, okay.
That's less. That's Nestor. The big KRP.
So the National Guard guy's like laying in my window. Fortunately, the M16 on the strap is like pointed right in my window. So like the whole time I'm like moving like this.
No.
Trying to avoid. I'm like, come on, dude. Can you get that out my car?
you remove some of those branches, then the rain can go through the branches a little bit easier, and you're less likely to have other plants uproot come out a little bit. So what should one person do? I know okay, the debris for us, but if someone's doing this on their own, what do they do with the tree debris? Well, if you have harvesters, some a lot of times their hauler will take them away for you. They usually have guidelines and regulations as to how big each of those items can be. But we also take them to our customer convenience centers, 5 of them located around the county. You're always welcome to bring them there, no charge. And you can also bring it to the Indian River bioenergy facility, which is right next to our landfill. It's off of Leslie Road. So they'll take all of your tree trimmings and your yard waste, and they will burn it up and basically make it into energy. So that gets recycled. Oh, that's good. And what else should someone do to prepare for hurricane season? One thing I would like to point out is to remove your debris. Remove anything in your yard that could be used as well. So if you have that old grill out there that you've been meaning to get rid of, go ahead and get rid of it. Now is the time. You can bring those to your convenience centers as well. Take scrap metals, take hazardous waste, take a whole bunch of different things. So just cleaning out your yard, making sure there's nothing in there, and also cleaning out your garage as well, so you can make room to bring in patio furniture. There are a couple of ways that you can stay tuned and alert, so you know what's going on. One of the things the emergency services really would like to let you know is that they have emergency alert system set up. If you go on to alertindianriver.com, you can sign up for that, and they'll send you an email, they'll send you a text message, they'll call your phone, whatever they need to do to let you know if there's a threat or if there's what the weather conditions are doing. So what is that website again? It's alertindianriver.com. Okay, that's important. There's also, they have a disaster preparedness guide on their website. So this website is
Good morning, and thank you for calling Girls Voice.
I think there's a link to the Alert Indian River website.
No, that's fine.
You can go there, alertcs.com. There's a lot of information about hurricane season, disaster preparedness guide. Really good, big long guide all about what you're to prepare, where the shelters are, how you can get information.
And then for those people who weren't around when this area was hit by hurricanes 12 years ago, this is really important to be prepared. Unfortunately, I had to live through that twice. The last time this area was hit, and being prepared is probably the most important thing.
Yes, absolutely. We agree. And it's really important to us that our residents stay safe, that they stay prepared, and that they are very alert. So tune into the NOAA weather radio, tune into your local media. Make sure that you're aware whether there's a threat coming up. And know where your shelters are. There are a lot of public shelters around here. Some of them are they can accommodate special needs. They're pet friendly. If you have a pet or if that applies to you, you might want to check those out because you need to register beforehand.
Okay. Now this Saturday, I know that there's something special going on at the Indian River County Hospital. I know Treasure Coast Community Health is involved with it.
It is the 2016 Hurricane Expo. We do it every year. It's a little bit special for me because that was my very first event. I started my job here as a recycling coordinator, and the next day I went to the Hurricane Expo. So it's kind of a sweet thing for me. It will definitely be there. We'll be there with emergency management. It goes from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Be in the mall, probably over by the food court. And there'll just be a whole bunch of vendors there. There'll be a lot of different businesses and organizations that are there and ready to help you prepare for
As far as anything else that you want the community to know or hurricane preparedness or
Oh well, I'll have 6 minutes to take my bull back. Or I can set this alarm and then run back there. Okay. What? Oh.
I've seen people who actually like cut off vegetables and stuff, cut off pineapples are one thing, you cut off the top of the pineapple and then you plant it, and it actually grows. I have a neighbor who brought pineapples back from Hawaii, and he's got like 6 pineapples growing out back, and every other year they give fruit. And I'm always a little envious because I brought back pineapples and never thought about doing that. Yeah. Well, they seem to consume their own pineapples. I don't care those. All right. Well, Stephanie, thank you very much for coming on.
Great. Changed my mind.
You are also available for presentations and other events. So how would someone go about, tell us some of the services that you provide there and how would they go about contacting you?
We are really, really excited about it. We really think that's so I am always available to come and do presentations for your HOA, for your club, or hoping to get into schools next year. So you can call and at 772-770-5112. Always ask for Stephanie, or if you just say, I have a question about recycling, they'll usually give you everything. But you can also visit our website at ircrecycles.com, and anything you have, any questions you have will be answered there. So yeah, just give us a call, and if you're interested in having me come and give a presentation, I love doing it. Just went to the ELC yesterday. I played a recycling game with kids, so that sounds like fun. That was a lot of fun. They're really cute.
And I can attest to the fact that Stephanie, when she comes out to do presentations, they're always very knowledgeable and really provide amazing presentations. All right, thanks everyone for listening. This has been the Health Connection Radio Show, and it's brought to you by Treasure Coast Community Health. Stay well, everyone.
No. 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 Oh. If I have to dig more than 3 C's in, it's too far. There it is. I guess it's a little too late to tell you that she's done in Europe. Thinking it was.
And then went to the same central Florida mom. Asked if anyone else had was radicalizing.
Bye, guys. Thank you. I'm
Bye.
done. Yeah.
Half an hour.
It's always quick.
Hey, do you know they got that full page ad ready yet?
Well, I sent you a copy of it yesterday to ask for your opinion.